Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniature. Today we're back with another Warhammer Underworlds release. Slowly but surely we are going to work our way through just about every single warband. Today we have the Grymwatch, which are a bunch of feral wild people in rags and bones and covered in blood and who knows what else. Yeah, they're a bunch of ghouls basically. So for me, this was an interesting set because, let's face it, the idea behind the Flesh Eater Quartz was a really cool one. You've got these deranged savages that think they're, nobility and all this, but they're just dudes in rags with bones protruding from their bodies. It was a really cool concept, and I just was disappointed that when they first released, it was just the original models all over again, the original ghouls. I liked the ghouls, but I wanted more from these guys, so I was curious to see how they're going to turn out. They still have a lot of the same look of the original Crypt Ghouls, but it's nice to see there's a little bit of variety. We got like giant pats and stuff in here as well. So, without further ado then, let's see if I can open the box. Or just maim it and shake the camera in the process. Okay, so, let's see. In case you've never built a Warhammer Underworlds warband, you get 2 sprues to fill out your unit of anywhere from 3 to 7 models. You have all of the bases included. They're all custom jobs. Let's see if we can set that up better there without knocking the camera over. Probably would not help. There we go. So, our ghoul friends here, again, hopefully without knocking the camera over. We've got the giant bats there. Pig nose bats. Everybody looks to be on, okay, I was going to say it's about a 25 and 30 millimeter bases. Or 32, I should say. These are GW bases after all. So it looks like we've got about 7 models. Not bad. Ghouls will be ghouls. They're still sticking bones all through their bodies, but their faces are a lot more interesting this time around. And of course they've got those nice custom scenic spots to stand on. I like this guy wearing the armor. Taking a look here, I want to say this actually has some female models, at least I thought it did. Got the guy with the scythe, the battle axe. Maybe they don't have a female one. I swear they did. Maybe I'm hallucinating. Just as likely. And then you got the guy with the big bone club. So, construction-wise, they don't look too bad. Most models consist of anywhere between 3 to 5 parts. They're not Malifaux models after all. So, give me a sec, and we will come back and get everybody put together and hope and pray that maybe we get some more of these bat models, because we really need new ones. Sit tight, and we'll see how they turn out. Alright, I got our ghouls all finished up here. First of all, we've got the bats. I would be careful. They're kind of thin. In fact, I would say that about just all the models in this set. I had a really hard time getting models to cooperate with getting their pieces actually pushed in. For being push-fit kits, they really did not want to cooperate in that regard. I had to get some pliers to kind of smush things together. Otherwise, they just wouldn't. And it is compounded by the fact that they've got little bits and fragile things sticking out in every possible direction. This guy in particular was kind of obnoxious because they wanted you to put the head on first and then put the top of the torso with the arms and the club attached to it. That just didn't work. I had to glue the head on afterwards, but just be aware of that at least. If you can figure out a way to do it the correct way they show you, more power to you. Our friend clutching a tasty treat. These guys don't look as monstrous as some of the original ghouls. Here's our female one. I do like that model. That's pretty cool. They're not the most complex in terms of details and designs, but there are lots of little spiky bits. This guy was pretty bad about that. Mr. Meat Hook. He looks neat, but yeah, you can see like he's got little bones sticking off his face and meat hooks on his chins as well. Okay. Yeah. They're a lovely bunch. We have our skeleton armor friend here. Some of these guys had interesting construction where the arms and legs are actually one piece and they both just pop in at the same time. I thought that was kind of neat. And finally we have, well, he's not a Ghoul King, but he sure as heck would make a decent, you know, Crypt Lord or whatever they're called if you wanted to use something different. Of course, I would use the one that was supposed to come in the Moon Curse box, but that would require me to actually find one in the wild and not pay exorbitant prices online, and I just don't want to do that one of these days. You know, I gotta say, of all the Ghoul Kits, these are probably my favorites. The original plastic ones from GW were kind of boring. Everybody looked very samey after a while, and especially, you know, with ghouls, you want tons and tons of them anyway. It just got to be kind of redundant looking at them all, and I didn't really care for that. So I do like the fact that we've got everybody here pretty unique in terms of both poses and what they've got in their hands, what they're doing. So I do like that. Unfortunately, I don't think they go deep enough or all in enough with the concept of the, you know, Looney Tunes noblemen, or thinking that they're noblemen. I would have liked to have seen more rags and frills and pomp and, I don't know, more Bretonianness, I guess, for a lack of better words. I want to see some flash, but all in all, it's a cool kit. I do like the fact that we got these bats. I would love to see some new plastic bats just for extra, you know, swarms of stuff. Kind of like what they did with the Necrons. You know, the Necrons have those new canoptic swarms. Be kind of neat to see like swarms of bats at some point or another for somebody or something. I mean, obviously, I guess if you wanted to use a bunch of these guys and, you know, buy multiple boxes of these, hey, you're good to go. Kind of like, you know, if you were buying up the ogre kits for the Frost Fang, Morn Fangs, whatever they're called. Frosty, Sabertooth, Flake Cats, I don't know. I can't remember. It's all blurring together. Anyway, I think visually, pretty neat, distinct looking group. That's one of the things I've really enjoyed about Warhammer Underworlds, and hopefully we'll continue to see that continue into whatever the 4th season holds. At this point, you know, who knows what that's going to entail. And all we know is we still have the Daughters of Kane and what the Shadow Weaver guy. No, those are, I'm thinking Warcry. Anyway, I'm rambling, so that's probably a good time for me to stop and start getting these guys painted. I have a feeling they're not going to require too much in terms of complex paint jobs, so they should be back pretty soon here. All nice and neatly painted. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities in Miniature, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.